making me the president of the Federal Republic of the Luminars. My first official assignment is to travel. Pardon me, did I say travel? My first official assignment is to meet with the other great Luminar presidents to get help on how to be a great president. We have a lot of great presidents that are from Africa. A lot of them were short-lived, but their legacy still remains. And their impact is very, very much efficient. Some of these presidents are people like Patrice Lumumba. Patrice Lumumba, the very first elected Prime Minister of the Republic of Congo, who was very instrumental in the transformation of Congo from a colony of Belgium to an independent republic. His poems and essays, which were published in Congolese journals, earned him national acclaim. And he was so influential that streets, statues, and buildings were named after him in various countries like Mali, Hungary, Cuba, and Russia. In 2003, BBC reported that naming your child Lumumba in Africa was likely to give the child a head start in life. Even Malcolm X called him the greatest black man to walk the African continent. Patrice Lumumba was so patriotic to his country and his people that in his last letter, the final line read, "Long live the Congo and long live Africa." Former president of Mali, Alpha Oumar Kanare, was the first cleanly elected president in Mali and also the first chairman of the Commission of the African Union. His time spent in office is regarded as one of the key periods in the restoration of democracy. Also, his administration efficiently managed the Tuareg rebellion in northern Mali. Internationally, Alpha worked for peace and integration in the West African region. Now, even though his administration had a problem tackling corruption, he has been credited as the man who brought the African Cup of Nations competition to Mali in 2002. Alpha Kanare was really a blessing to Mali, giving them local stability and putting them on the map internationally. Kudos. Up next, I'm hoping that at least a few of us have heard about the great Ghanaian politician and revolutionary Kwame Nkurumah.
In 1957, the Gold Coast became Ghana, an independent state within the Commonwealth. Its Prime Minister was Kwame Nkurumah, seen here 6 years earlier following his release from a prison sentence for sedition.
Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
He is the man that led Ghana to its independence and became her first president. Ghanaians widely regard Kwame's administration as the least corrupt the country has ever seen.
But since the independence celebrations of 1957 and his election as the first president 3 years later, Nkrumah has been severely criticized as a despot, a virtual dictator.
His government was very focused on bridging the education gap between the southern and northern communities. Kwame was a man who had the good of the people at heart. Unlike some other ones that we know, Kwame was exiled due to his campaigns and activism, which the military government of Ghana was not receptive to. He spent the rest of his life in Guinea, where he was named honorary co-president. Chai, inside life.
This decade is the decade of African independence.
Within his country, outside his country, and even in exile, Kwame made a name and a reputation for himself and gave the people of Ghana hope. That is beautiful leadership. Next is John Magufuli, President of Tanzania. Now, after taking office, Magufuli immediately banned unnecessary foreign travels by government officials using cheap vehicles for transport and meetings respectively.
There are people using public money the way they want, yet there are very poor people in this country. There are officials who, when they decide to sit as a board, cannot find a suitable hotel in this country, so they opt to go to Europe for a board meeting.
Most notably, Magufuli suspended the country's Independence Day festivities in 2015. Guess why? In favor of a national cleanup campaign to prevent the spread of cholera. The cost savings were invested in building hospitals. Now, the money saved from this was invested in improving the hospitals and sanitation in the country. Now, here's an interesting fact. Just over a month after taking office, Magufuli reduced his cabinet from 30 members to 19. Why? To save costs. Wait for it. Magufuli reduced his salary from $15,000 to $4,000. Wow! He was primarily concerned with reducing expenditure, cost, and waste in his country, raising the financial status and making them self-sufficient. What a legend. If other African presidents could be like this, the African continent would truly be the greatest. The last, but definitely not the least, Africa's Che Guevara, Thomas Sankara, former president of Burkina Faso. Sankara only ruled for 3 years. Unfortunately, he was assassinated before the 4th. But it's pretty interesting how his legacy was so strong it has left an impact in Africa, his country, and the whole world. Vaccinating over 2 million children against measles in a matter of weeks. Increasing the national literacy rate in his country from 13% to 73% in 4 years. Wow! Do we still have African presidents like that? Aside from planting over 10 million trees to prevent desertification, Sankara was also a supporter of equality and women's rights.
Que nous devons donner à chaque femme un emploi. Nous devons donner à chaque femme le moyen de gagner honnêtement et dignement sa vie.
He outlawed female genital mutilation, forced marriages, and polygamy. And when asked why he didn't want his picture hung out in public places, Sankara said, referring to the country's population at the time, "There are 7 million Thomas Sankaras out there." Thomas Sankara was a great leader, and his actions and accomplishments resonate in today's world. Talk about great president and great leadership. Can we bring back Thomas Sankara and Kwame Nkurumah and even have more of Magufulis? I believe we can, and we will. Africa to the world. Remember, while we're building our continent and creating amazing presidents and so much more, subscribe, hit the link, like, and share, and I'll see you on our next episode.